Why are people so negative all the time? I mean, it's almost like it's worse than it's ever been. 10 years ago, it just didn't seem like people were as negative and toxic as they are today. I think it has a little bit to do with social media, because social media is so prevalent in today's society. It's like you can just broadcast your negativity out, via Wi-Fi, and being channelers of energy, you spew out something negative. Before you know it, you have 200 likes and comments on it. But if you spew out something positive, it's almost like that message circulates a lot slower. I did a temperature check of my social media, and I was just kind of looking through my social media, and I'm just like, how difficult is it to have a good day when everybody is flooding your timeline with all of this negativity? No one has anything positive to say. I mean, you got to think about your relationships, the people that are in your most intimate inner circle, those being your families, your friends, even people that you have to work with every day, things like that. And you have to evaluate those relationships and determine whether these people really have too much real estate in your life. I know people who are so negative that as soon as they call, it's almost like a dread comes over me. It's like, dum, dum, dum. And you answer the phone, they always start nice. Good morning, good morning. And less than 2 minutes later, they are unloading double barrel negativity, and they're just shooting it at you. Because we're because we're channelers of energy, their negativity is just soaking in you. That's why we call these people toxic, because toxic means that it is poisonous. It is not good for us. So this negative energy is not good for our spirit. That could raise your blood pressure sitting there trying to listen to somebody who has nothing positive to say. I've had friends who I've gotten off the phone with or finished talking to, and they say, "Oh man, thanks, Brett. You made me feel better. I always feel better after talking to you." I think that should be those are the friendships that we should be paying the most attention to, relationships we should be nurturing, so that we can get the best out of our relationships. We're only here for a short time, and I don't have the time or the energy to deal with these negative people. Of course, you just don't want to cut everybody out of your life. Of course not. But sometimes what you have to do is challenge people who are negative. If you show them something, let's say you show them something that someone else did. Let's say it was a painting. You show them a painting and they say, "I cannot stand purple and black together." Now, that person never said anything about the actual painting. They just went straight for what was negative or what they don't like. So therefore, they can't appreciate anything about it because they say, "Oh, I don't like those colors." You have to be weary of entering into any types of relationships with these type of people, and you have to do your temperature checks. And when you see these people, or if these people are a part of your life, and you're noticing that pattern, you're noticing that they're just always negative, you have to think about how their negativity is going to affect you. Peep it. I wake up in the morning and it's always on some positive feelings. Of course, if I wake up sick, then that's something else. I'm like, "Oh, I don't feel good." But in normal cases, I wake up and I just feel good, and my goal when I wake up is to motivate myself to get out of the bed and get my morning routine started. And I always start with just this positive vibe, just telling myself it's going to be a good day, giving myself positive affirmations, And the first thing I do is not pick up my phone and scroll through social media. That's a mistake. When you do that, you can pretty much count on something being there to ruin your day. Someone talked about someone who got shot, a breakup, or just general talk about men or women. I can't stand when blah, blah, blah does this, or, all of those things. That's too much for me in the morning. I want to wake up and feel good, so I don't start the day looking at social media. I start the day just being thankful that I even got the opportunity to wake up, another opportunity to live a good life. And then I go about my morning routine. By the time I sit down, you never know. Someone will call and say good morning, and right then and there, in my mind, I'm already assessing that conversation. I already know from who it is. I already know 9 times out of 10, I know what they're going to talk about. I don't have ESP or anything like that, but I know. I'm just like, okay, here it is. This person's going to talk about this. And I kind of had to, in my mind, either make a decision and just say, you know what? Not this morning. Boop. And just block it out. One thing about toxic, negative people, they really don't like to be confronted with their own negativity. To turn it on them and say, why are you so negative, or why is this so bad? They look for those opportunities because they're going to tell you everything. They're going to unload everything they have to unload. But when you confront them, it kind of forces them to kind of look at their actions a little bit closer, because you have the right to not be flooded with negativity, especially first thing in the morning. Think about it like this. We are channelers of energy, so their negative energy is being poured into you, and your positive vibes that you're trying to put out is going toward them. And at the end of the exchange, they feel great and you feel like crap. Okay, now you got to get started with your day. Or when you ask them, how was your day? And they just immediately go in and tell you every possible thing that is wrong in their entire lives. You just spent an hour that you can't get back listening to somebody else more or less complain about things that they're probably not even trying to solve. Midday coffee. I'm BT Bonner, and I create videos with the hopes that you are having a positive life, that you are breathing in good vibes, that you are being positive and being creative and moving forward with your life despite all the obstacles that always seem to be placed in front of us. And toxic people, it's huge. Just like if you have this great idea and you tell this person about the idea, a really toxic person, you're not even going to get past the first wave of your idea before they're telling you why it won't work. Those are not the type of people that you want in your circle. Those people are easy to find, but sometimes they're a little bit more difficult to get rid of. When I think about my Facebook page, at one point I just had my close family, my close friends, and that's it. But when I started on YouTube, I said, man, I got to build an audience. And of course, as a creator, your first audience is always your family and friends and extended family and friends, because you begin to include friends of friends and things like that. And I would just add people, boom, 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 you're in, and you're in. Huge mistake. 2 months later, you don't even recognize your timeline anymore, because it's a bunch of people that you don't know, and they're all complaining about something. You're just like, how did this person even get on my timeline in the first place? I don't even know these people, So then you go about the business of doing laundry. You clean house, and you're trying to get these people out of your space, off of your social media, which they shouldn't have been there in the first place. Think about it like this. Group all the people that you interact with on a daily basis, a weekly basis, whatever, and just draw this imaginary line. And on one side of the line, you put all the people that add value to your life, that are positive, that motivate you, or just make you feel good being around them. And on this side, think about all the people who do nothing but gossip and talk about other people and complain all the time. When you look at both sides of the spectrum, then it is a snapshot of your relationships. The people who are in your most intimate circles, these are your families, these are your friends, these are the people that you actually work with every day. And it may require you to get more people that are over here on the negative side. You either bring them over to the light or you push them out of your life. Sometimes it's the only way to maintain your peace of mind. It doesn't mean you have to necessarily not speak to these people ever again. Okay, you're not my friend anymore because you're too negative. Maybe it's just as simple as muting them or snoozing them so you don't see all the negative things on their timeline. Or maybe just having a conversation with them saying, hey man, why are you so negative all the time? What's up, man? You got a lot of things to be happy about. Why don't you try focusing on them? Maybe they'll take you further. A lot of toxic, negative people, they really don't want to hear that BS, because they are happy and comfortable inside of that negative space. But they have to realize that their negativity, that toxic energy, it's affecting you. It's affecting you and I. So if they're just constantly pummeling you with that negative energy, then at that point I think you really do need to evaluate that relationship and the nature of it and the value of it in your life. Because if my mother told me a long time ago that if you cannot say anything nice, don't say anything at all. And it was very, very simple. And this was before the social media, and it still rings true today. Of course, now with social media, it's a lot more difficult because people just find their way into your life because you're on social media and because it's like the world is just literally opened up. And people are expressing themselves a lot more. And now I don't think a lot more, but you can see a lot more thoughts and opinions of people because all you have to do is add them or follow them or be friends with them on social media. And now, you're overloaded by all of these people and all of their energy. So you have to sometimes do a temperature check and get these people out of your life. I'm BT Bonner. I create videos with a focus on coffee, with the focus on just living a healthy lifestyle. I also like videos on creativity, and I love videos concerning art as an artist. But think about how it affects you in terms of art. If you are an artist, or let's say you want to create a video, you get everything ready, you set up your camera, you set up your lights, you set up your background, you set everything up, you pour your coffee. So you get ready to shoot this video and you're feeling good and you're motivated and you're like, yeah, I'm about to kill this video. Then your phone rings. You're not going to have the same energy after spending 30 minutes talking someone down off the ledge or listening to them complain about what's going on with their life. They're taking your positive energy and they're just leaving all of this negative residue behind. I left my dog out on the patio, and she's out there barking because she wants to get in. Okay, negative energy. Man can't get a video shot these days. Good Lord. This is Flame. Say hi, Flame. Okay, now go away. Ooh, you need a bath. Hey, go. She's waiting for my son to get home from school. Anyway, we're talking about these negative relationships and ridding yourself of these toxic people who ultimately hold you back. You know, if I was talking about shooting a video, so think of it in these terms: you'll never get anything done if you're entertaining all of this negativity. You know, you're sitting there listening to them, but you're set up to shoot a video. You're getting ready to do your thing. And, you know, you're listening, and you're slowly but surely doing this. By the time it's done, you're not going to hit the record button on your camera. You're going to sit back and go, like, good God, you know, and you've let in all this negative energy when you could have just been, you know, beaming with positivity, and you're motivated and you're ready to go out there and crush this video, and then some dream stealer comes in and robs you of that. You know, don't let it happen. You know, evaluate your relationships and your friendships, because that doesn't mean you necessarily have to just cut people off and stop being friends with them, you know, forever. We never talk again. But set your boundaries, and, you know, set healthy boundaries that keep their negativity over there. You know, catch me when you want to spread some positive vibes, but those negative vibes, you know, let's not do that. You know, people may not even tell you how they feel about you spreading all this negativity, or every day or every conversation just dripping with negativity. Some people won't tell you at all. They'll just listen and go on about their day, and when they hang up the phone, they're just like, yeah, she's screwed up, you know. Yeah, you know, I don't want to talk to him no more. Or, you know, you might notice that somebody just stops answering your calls. That's that negativity. So you got to think about that. Again, my name is BT Bonner. I invite you to subscribe to my channel, BT Bonner, and join the family where we try to have these helpful, meaningful conversations that help you become a happier, healthy, more creative person. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace. It's only midday, so get back to work. Get back to work.